أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء ويقدر وفرحوا بالحياة الدنيا الله يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء ويقدر وفرحوا بالحياة الدنيا وما الحياة الدنيا في الآخرة إلا متاع. ويقول الذين كفروا لولا أنزل عليه آية من ربه. قل إن الله يضل من يشاء ويهدي إليه من أناب. الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله. ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. तर्जुमा। अल्लाह ताला जिसकी रोजी चाहता है बढ़ाता है और घटाता है। ये तो दुनिया की ज़िंदगी में मस्त हो गए, हालांकि दुनिया आखिरत के मुकाबले में निहायत हकीर है। काफिर कहते हैं कि इस पर कोई निशानी क्यों नाजिल नहीं की गई। जवाब दीजिए कि जिसे अल्लाह गुमराह करता है कर देता है और जो इसकी तरफ झुके उसे रास्ता दिखा देता है। जो लोग ईमान लाए उनके दिल अल्लाह के जिक्र से इत्मीनान हासिल करते हैं। याद रखो, अल्लाह के जिक्र से ही दिलों को तसल्ली हासिल होती है। सदक़ल्लाहुल अज़ीम।
Now may I request my audience to please rise for the national anthem.
Shani
welcome all of you on behalf of PSIC to this annual event, Pakistan Live 2023. We are almost halfway through the conference, and yesterday and today we had some great cases, state-of-the-art lectures, and panel discussions. Now, what is more exciting is that we had interventional cardiology faculty participating from every part of the world. Now, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank and congratulate PSIC course directors for making this conference a great learning experience for everyone attending. Now, I'd like to request the PSIC council members to please come and take a seat on the stage. May I request Dr. Jabbar, the finance secretary, to please join us on stage. Dr. Kashif Hashmi, Joint Secretary, PSIC. Dr. Noman Nasir, Vice President. Dr. Tahir Saghi, General Secretary, PSIC. Dr. Azhar Kayani, Past President. Dr. Nadeem Hassan Rizvi, our President, PSIC. Our President-elect, Dr. Zubair Akram. And Dr. Bashir Hanif, our course director. Now I'd like to invite our guest of honor, Dr. General Mujibur Haq, on stage. Sir, please. Thank you so much for taking time out for us today, sir. And our chief guest, Dr. Khalid Masood Gondal, please join us on stage. May I request Dr. Tariq Ashraf to please join us on stage? Thank you, everyone. Now, may I request Dr. Bashir Hanif, our course director for PSIC Pakistan Live, to please come and give his welcome address. Sir is a governor-elect ACC Pakistan chapter, a dean faculty of cardiology at CPSP, and he's been very actively involved in all the academic sessions regarding interventional cardiology in the country and abroad. Please welcome Dr. Bashir Hanif.
Thank you, Dr. Romana. I think on behalf of course directors and council members, as well as I would say all the PSIC members, I would like to welcome all of you here to Pakistan Live 2023. It's always a pleasure and honor to welcome you here, and I think Pakistan Live over years has really developed into a great learning and academic activity, and every year we see significant improvement, and that's only possible with the support from all of you, with the guidance from all of you, and suggestions and help from all of you. It would not have been possible without everyone. I would say every PSIC member is important for us, and their help is really appreciated. This year, I think along with so many other things, we had a lot of new initiatives, which I'm sure all of you must have seen and liked it. We have improvement in our stage screens and overall audio visuals and live case transmissions. This year again we had like 11 international live case transmissions, which is highest since we started doing Pakistan Live 2000, like a previous Pakistan Lives. Similarly, we have a lot of over 7 to 8 local live transmissions. In addition to that, this year we added a structural heart program as well, which was done yesterday, and it was very well liked by everyone, and a lot of international faculty participated in this session. Similarly, today, I think one of the key sessions, which was an excellent, outstanding session. I know there are other sessions going on, and maybe not all of you may not have been able to attend, but I would recommend strongly that everyone should go on website later on and try to watch that session. That was a session we did with the Society of Cardiovascular Angiography and Interventions. It was a quality assurance in the cath lab. And it was an outstanding session. All kinds of talks were given, and by best of the speakers possible. And everyone liked it, and I'm sure you should, I would request that everyone should see that. It's going to help us a lot to improve the quality of care we provide to our patients in the cath lab. Similarly, we had like our fellows course, nursing symposium, and along with that, this year we have also actually devised another session on research with our upcoming new Journal of Pakistan Society of Interventional Cardiology. That will be on Sunday. I think that's again is going to be a good session with all the international speakers. And similarly, we are going to transmit live cases local tomorrow and day after tomorrow, including TAVI, which is again going to be a great session. So I would expect and hope that your support will continue, and every year we are going to improve. We would like to involve all of you to improve the Pakistan Live, and Alhamdulillah, I would say by looking at it, we have been able to achieve international standards in our Pakistan Live as compared to any other international meeting. And again, that is possible with the help of all of you and other course directors, including Dr. Zubair Akram and Dr. Tahir Sagir, who are working with me, and especially Dr. Aslan Mahmood, who has worked very hard to make this a great success. We had a lot of training village sessions as well as learning sessions, which were really jam-packed today, as well as there are sessions tomorrow as well. So I would strongly recommend that everyone should attend that. I think with that, I would like to really, we have always tried our best to collaborate with international societies. And right from the beginning, Society of Cardiovascular Angiography and Intervention, USA, has really helped us a lot and collaborated with us. Their faculty has been routinely coming to Pakistan and participating in our different sessions in all Pakistan Lives. Past presidents has also visited Pakistan, as well as on Zoom they have given talks. So I'm very grateful. As I said, today's whole session was with Sky, the Sky quality session. And I think again, despite his very busy schedule today, we have a Sky president online, Dr. Sunil Rao. His schedule was extremely busy, but he was kind enough to spare some time and be here to say a few words. So I would request Dr. Sunil Rao to please say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Hanif. It's a real pleasure to be invited to Pakistan Live. Congratulations to you and all of the organizers and to PSIC on what is a fantastic meeting. Sky is very proud to collaborate with your society because at the end of the day, all of us are all part of one big interventional cardiology community. So our sharing of ideas, our sharing of live cases, our interactions are all incredibly valuable to advance the field. So it's a real honor for me to be present at your meeting, even for a brief time. And I want to congratulate all of you on what is an outstanding meeting in the development of interventional cardiology in Pakistan. So thank you again, and I wish you again the best of luck for the next year. And again, we look forward to continuing to collaborate with you and the society in the years to come.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Sunil, for sparing time and be here. That means a lot for all of us. Similarly, we have been collaborating with Asia Pacific Society of Interventional Cardiology, and this year I requested Dr. Ashok Seth, who is the current president of Asia Pacific Society of Interventional Cardiology. Pakistan is part of actually that society, so I requested him to come here today and say a few words. He was part of our panelist chairpersons in earlier sessions as well. Thank you very much, Ashok, for being here, and please say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Bashir. And dear friends, I would certainly name Dr. Nadeem Rizvi, the present president of the Pakistan Interventional Cardiac Society, Dr. Azhar Kayani, the past president, and of course, Zubair Akram, the president-elect, that it's indeed a pleasure and an honor to participate as Asia Pacific Society of Interventional Cardiology and personally also at this wonderful meeting that you hold every year. In fact, APSIC leadership congratulates you on the excellent program that you've created. I know that some of the leadership is with you, and I know that the sessions have gone down extremely well. But on the other hand, you all are anyway an integral part of the Asia Pacific Society of Interventional Cardiology. You have been integrally a part of the APSIC for many years and well represented on the board by many of your esteemed members. I would also say that APSIC is a home for ourselves in a way. When you think about the 26 countries where from Saudi Arabia to New Zealand, covering 9 hours of a time zone, our patients, our population, our socioeconomic status is similar, our disease processes are similar, and many of the challenges we face are similar. And yet we approach them differently in different countries. So in fact, APSIC is a great platform and has been a great platform for us to be together, to interact, to exchange ideas, to create a platform for interaction with the West has been a joy of all of us together, including yourself, Bashir Hanif, and some of your colleagues who've been so active in the Asia Pacific Society of Interventional Cardiology. So I think we as a leadership of APSIC, as well as the board, really feel an integral part of the Pakistan Interventional Cardiac Society meetings and would be there year after year. And of course, I do welcome most of you to be an integral part and active member of APSIC, again, to use the platform for research, academic activities, as well as exchange of knowledge. And of course, do not forget your representation at the AICT Asia PCR in September this year, where we hope to meet, and I hope to meet personally many of you. On a personal note, I wish I'd been there personally. And I say it from my heart, because I know that I hope this last year, your invitation clashed with another meeting which was happening in India on the same dates. This year again, I'm actually in Chennai at the what we call the Valves meeting of India, and I'm again a course director for this meeting. And therefore, each time I miss this, your glorious affection, your invitation, and your hospitality. You know, I have to reminisce with you. The reason I have to reminisce with you is that today I'm so overjoyed to see Colonel Mujib Haq as your guest of honor. I call him Colonel, maybe he became a general later, but he's been an integral part of the development of interventional cardiology of Pakistan and a major force in Asia Pacific region. I've known him for literally 30 years now. And he was the first one, my first trip as an interventional cardiologist to do live cases happened on his invitation. It was very early in the 90s, and he would remember that we had great affection for each other. The Army Hospital at Islamabad was his forte. And every time that I see him, I meet him, it just brings me not just the memories of my visits, but also brings me the love, the affection, the joy, and truly the camaraderie that I've received whenever I've visited Pakistan. So Colonel Mujib, I'm so honored that to have you sitting there on the podium. I wish I could be with you, but I'm sure our paths will meet again, as they do occasionally. And there's always a good to see you looking as young as you were 30 years ago. With these words, wish you a great meeting. Continue on, spread the knowledge, spread the excellence, spread the expertise. PICS has really reflected a growth and excellence. I see it every day, and may you shine in every sphere, and may your patients continue to do better and better with your expertise, knowledge, and certainly your care and affection for everyone. Thank you. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Ashok, for the kind words, and hope to see you personally in the future in Pakistan and in the next meeting, hopefully. So, thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sunil and Dr. Ashok, for your input and such encouraging remarks regarding the conference. A collaboration is always not a step ahead, many steps ahead, and we look forward to more in future. Next, I'd like to invite Dr. Nadeem Hassan Rizvi, our president, Pakistan Society of Interventional Cardiology, a renowned interventional cardiologist. Please welcome Dr. Nadeem Hassan Rizvi.
Thank you very much. I'm humbled and honored, and it's a privilege to have served the society for the last 2 years. It has been a very humbling and a very nice experience in my view, and with the support of all my council members who are sitting there on the stage, I'd like to thank them personally. Before I'm just going to take 5 minutes, but I just want for Dr. Khalid Gondal, welcome. Just a brief overview of what we are, how the society functions. So our society was founded by most people who founded the society are actually sitting in the front row here. I can name Dr. Nadeem here, Dr. Noori, Dr. Suhail Aziz, Ambar is there, and Dr. Colonel Mujib. So all the stalwarts who founded the society together in 1999 are sitting here today. I just want to give a brief overview of how this functions. All right. So we function according to certain bylaws which are amended by the general body. We had around 150 to 160 registered members a couple of years back. Now we have about 450 plus members, apart from some who are not members but who are operators. So there are certain bylaws. Mainly it's an educational society, but we were a couple of years back, because of certain political issues and other issues, we were given a task to regulate by the Supreme Court, and a document was formed through which we were supposed to register all the interventionalists who in Pakistan. So we took up a regulatory role as well last year through that document which was mandated by the Supreme Court. Next. Right, so the council consists of 7 members. The president is incumbent for 2 years. He's elected. These are all elected posts. And again, the elections are a democratic process which is attended by the general body, and it's voted on every 2 years. We are going to have an election tomorrow. So there's a president-elect, there is a vice president, a general secretary, a treasurer, a joint secretary, and a chief editor. We have also recently, through the general body, because there were COVID, so we had to do online general body meetings, had taken approval for permanent course directors. Initially, the course directors consisted of the president and the person who was hosting the conference in the city. But that led to changing of the course directors every year, and so this being in a specialized academic post, the council thought that we should have course directors for 3 years, and 2 of them are elected by the council, but 7-member council elects. There are certain criteria for electing a course director based on his academic credentials. So 2 course directors are elected, and 1 course director is selected. 2 course directors are elected by the council, and 1 is by designation, which is the general secretary, who is the 3rd course director, in this case, Dr. Tahir Sagir. So there are 3 course Pakistan Live directors which run independently the academic content as well as the other administrative parts of the Pakistan Live held every year. Then we have a credential committee, which is again by designation. The credential committee is supposed to register and credential as according to the Supreme Court orders. Everyone who is who can go into the cath lab has to be registered by the PSIC Council till 2023, except those, so there was a grandfather clause, etc., but I think that date will be mandated forward, because otherwise no one who is not registered or credentialed by the council will not be able to go to the cath lab. So this is a credential committee which consists of the immediate past president, the president of the Pakistan Cardiac Society, the president-elect, one of the previous presidents, and a general secretary. And then we have a redressal and grievance committee. This has happened over the last 2 years. Again, this committee is again selected on seniority and other credentials by the council, and this time there are the names you see: General Azhar Kiani, Sohail Aziz, Bashir Hanif, Noman Nasir, Jabbar Ali, and Tahir Sagir. They are supposed to redress any grievances regarding any other problems or discipline, etc. Then we have an academic committee, this time for the last 2 years been run by Dr. Noman Nasir, which is responsible for holding various academic activities and has an academic calendar. In the interest of time, I will not go into detail, because this time in the last couple of years, there has been a huge amount of academic activity. We have local city chapter coordinators, which again in coordination with the CATH, we have city-wide CATH conference coordinators, and every month there is a CATH conference which started initially in a couple of cities and now it's spread all over Pakistan to around 12 to 14 centers holding CATH conferences every month, which are directly sponsored by one of the companies, and they transmit on Zoom to all over Pakistan. Then we have recently amalgamated the PSIC with the crop registry, which is run by, for the last many years with the effort of Dr. Bashir Hanif. And now the PSIC has taken part in that wholeheartedly, and so it will be called the PSIC Crop Registry. Then there is the Pakistan Journal of Cardiovascular Intervention, which is now been started by Dr. Tariq Ashraf, and he's worked very hard, and now it's a 6-monthly thing, and hopefully that will become a monthly event. So with that, I will finish, and I will just in the last thank you very much for all the cooperation that the council given me, and I hope that we can continue in our endeavor to make the society a truly professional and academic forum. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for walking us through the Pakistan Society of Interventional Cardiology structure. Now, this society has been founded in 1999, not many years, but it has definitely taken leaps, and thanks to the leadership. Now, I'd like to invite our past president, PSIC, General Dr. Azhar Kiani, who's one of the pioneers of interventional cardiology in Pakistan and over 40 years of experience in clinical experience in cardiology. Please welcome Dr. Azhar Kiani.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Khalid Masood Gondar, Guest of Honor, Kana Majibul Haq, ladies and gentlemen, and all honored participants, Assalamu alaikum. There's a long list of our speeches here, but I think this is the protocol which requires to say a few words. As you know that Pakistan Society of Interventional Cardiology has come a long way since its inception, and despite immense challenges, which we all know our senior colleagues that they have contributed a lot, including Kana Majibul Haq, Jana Nouri sitting here, and Professor Smad, Azhar Faruqi Saab. It has been a privilege and honor to be president of Pakistan Society of Cardiology from 2019 to 2021. As you all know, the main objective of this organization is uplifting the international practices in Pakistan to international standards and maintain the highest levels of training of young interventional cardiologists across the country. The national database and registry systems are one of the most important priorities of PSIC, and Supreme Court requirement of registering all the cath labs across the country and primary and secondary operators has made a significant difference in the improvement of our patient care, and it has ensured that our cardiac patients, they are treated by qualified and well-trained personnel. I wish newly elected President Zubair Akram and his team my best wishes, my prayers for the continued success of PSIC. And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Professor Nadeem Rizvi and his team for the hard work during their tenure and a lot of contributions, and wish them well in their future endeavors. And last but not the least, I think I would like to congratulate Bashir Hanif, his course directors, associate directors, co-directors, the excellent work they have put in, and an excellent scientific program, outstanding faculty, and outstanding academic atmosphere during this meeting. I wish you all take all you can from this Pakistan live meeting of interventional cardiology, and hope that it further enhances and improves your knowledge in interventional cardiology. With that, I thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And I totally agree with you that our course directors have really put their heart and soul into making this event a great success. And our next speaker is Dr. Zubair Akram, who's one of the course directors and our president-elect PSIC. Please welcome Dr. Zubair Akram.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, I'd like to welcome my dearest friend, the President CPSP, Professor Khalid Masood Gondal, along with Colonel Mujib, who is the guest of honor, all my council members, all my senior colleagues, students, faculties, international, and especially my thanks to the international faculty, which is led by Dr. Chen from China, Umar Gotkin, who is leading the interventional cardiology group for Turkey. He is due to arrive soon, and especially Dr. Salman Arai from USA. You know, he is one of the motivational, person for all of the young upcoming cardiologists in Pakistan. So thank you very much, Salman. So as has been told, this society was founded in 1999. So it's the silver jubilee year of this society. It just started with few people sitting together and obviously made that possible, And it was in 2005, it was first registered by General Nouri at AFIC. And the first General Council was just composed of, on official record, just 12 people from there, And then Professor Nadeem, I just want to acknowledge all the past presidents actually. Then Professor Nadeem Hayat Malik took in 2007 until 2012. Then it was Professor Afsar Khan Shah Zaman for 2 years. And then it was Professor Afsar Raza, followed by Professor Bashir Hanif, and then obviously General Kiani. And in 2021, Professor Nadeem Hassan Rizvi took over, and inshallah tomorrow I shall be taking over the charge for the society for the next few years. I need all your support and prayers to keep the standards high as we have done. From just three members, three of the people sitting together, founded the society now, we have got 415 of the people. The flagship project of this society is Pakistan Live. I must say, this is the most important event, and the course directors, they do a marvelous job. And it was 2015 when I must acknowledge Professor Abdul Malik, sitting with Professor Afsar Raza, Bashir Hanif, and me, and thought of why not have an annual meeting, as is occurring with all the international societies. And then we started first Pakistan Live in 2016 in Lahore. It rotates in 3 cities every year, from Lahore to Karachi and then to Islamabad. It was just 2020 when we couldn't hold it because of COVID crisis. So it's the 7th meeting, and as Bashir has told you, it's ever-enlarging audience, ever-enlarging international local faculty. And for the first time, we are having 11 centers from international sites relaying live. Along with that, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, we'll have live cases from Punjab Institute of Cardiology, that is local live, and from the Berger International Hospital, Lahore. Finally, this society is not just about academics. We have got a lot of responsibility, and actually, I was involved in that part. Obviously, we had a terrible time in 2017 because of some legal issues. But the ultimate outcome was that Supreme Court of Pakistan gave us the regulatory role. It's a big, big responsibility, Nobody in Pakistan can practice interventional cardiology unless he or she is accredited by society. This is an honor, but obviously it's a big challenge for us to make sure that only the competent operators go there. The Healthcare Commission follows our advice, and even the cath labs which are credentialed, there is a member of Pakistan Society of Interventional Cardiology sitting there. So, we have got a big legal responsibility also, and this is the only society in Pakistan which has been legally notified by the federal government on order of Supreme Court to have a regulatory role. It's an honor, but a big responsibility. Finally, I'll be taken over the president slot tomorrow, and I am really thankful to Professor Nadeem Hassan Rizvi and whole of the council for leading the way. As Nadeem told, it was marvelous last 2 years. The academic activities, you all know, the CAT conferences, they were held in even the smallest parts of the country, and they were widely attended. Then Nadeem got MOU signed with GETS. Tomorrow we are going to have a MOU signed with FarmEvo. So more and more in pharma industries collaborating with us, just knowing the potential of this society and the privileges we have as interventional cardiologists. So proud to be an interventional cardiologist, proud to be a part of Pakistan Society of Cardiology. Need all your prayers to be the president tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. And you have all our prayers and best wishes for the upcoming endeavor. Next, I'd like to call upon Colonel Dr. Mujib, and our guest of honor. And anything I say now for him will not do justice, especially after the introduction that he received from Dr. Ashok. So please welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Mujib.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Khalid Masood Gondal, distinguished office bearers of Pakistan Society of Interventional Cardiology, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Today, this society is a really robust society. With what I'm told, it has more than 500 registered cardiologists. And every year we see the annual meeting prospering, getting better, larger. But what happened before, how it got evolved, I will take you to the memory lane. You see, the PCI, coronary intervention, we all started way back in September 1985, and in AFIC, we did 3 cases, and the documented 3 cases were presented in biannual cardiology meeting in Rawalpindi. Slowly, it took over, and more centers came up, and first intracoronary stent was implanted at AFIC in October 1995. And then we realized that as the procedure is going to get more and more, we should have a control, a society, and for that, like-minded people, my colleagues from AFIC, General Nouri, Suhail Aziz, and few others, I can't justify some names, maybe Khawar Abbas, I am seeing there, Sajid Dhakam, and particularly I would mention Professor Farooqi. He gave us great support. And Professor Zubair Akram, Tariq Shafi, he was a great help to us, I must admit. So we talked about society, but we had a lot of resistance. Resistance from our parent society, Pakistan Cardiac Society. They thought that we are a breakaway group, which we tried to convince we are not. And we told them that our objectives are very simple. One is to have a national registry where we can have every case documented, what we do, what is the outcome, what are the complications. Besides, we should have, credentialing of the operator and credentialing of the cath labs, which we are doing. Regarding equipment, the quality control and the price control, which is in position. And more importantly, dissemination of the knowledge by organizing meetings home and abroad. And we really helped that more and more interventional cardiologists got into it. And mashallah, everybody is doing wonders at the moment. So we see the progeny is getting better and better. So eventually this society came into existence on a fateful morning in 1999 at Carlton Hotel, Karachi. Some of our colleagues, they came over there but with a whisk away by some Malum Afrad. So that was a kind of a resistance. But we got it. And we thought that whatever we got, we will only improve on that. And improve we did. And as told that it continued its program. Highlight of another feature was we had an exchange visit program from Indian cardiologists under Professor Nadeem Hayat Malik. So they sent about 45 to 50 cardiologists, and we had a meeting in Bourbon. And we reciprocated with a Jaipur meeting with a similar kind of a number, but unfortunately it couldn't continue due to the events in Mumbai later on. Anyway, so we had started Pakistan Live annually from 2016, and before that we used to have local meetings like in AFIC, in PIC, and in NICVD, we all got together and thought that we should have a one Pak Live, which is what you see now. And besides, we got an affiliation with other international societies, as mentioned by Professor Bashir Hanif. And I told them that around the same time, Asia Pacific Society of Interventional Cardiology was also came into existence, and I was involved in that along with Matthew Samuel, Ashok Seth, and few other people. And we decided to have 4 people representing each country. So I have requested Professor Zubair and Professor Bashir Hanif to complete those 4 and send it to them so that you have a voting right. And then next, our logical objective should be to have an EPSIC event stage in Pakistan. It is high time we need it. God bless the society. I'm sure we'll prosper every year. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. It's an honor to have you here. Next, I'd like to invite our chief guest, Dr. Khalid Masood, who's the president CPSP, who served as a vice chancellor of King Edward Medical University and is a vice chancellor of Fatma Jinnah Medical University. He's been awarded with Tamgha Imtiaz and Pride of Performance Award by the president. Please put your hands together to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Khalid Masood.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Current Najibul Haq, current President Professor Nadeem Rizvi, General Azhar Kayani, my friend and class fellow Professor Zubair Akram, Professor Bashir Hanif, Professor Nadeem Hayat Malik, and I think so many eminent cardiologists sitting in this hall from Khyber to Karachi. From Khyber, I could see Professor Ambar Ashraf, and Karachi, Professor Bashir Hanif. And thank you very much for inviting me. I'm grateful to Pakistan Society of Interventional Cardiology. I think this is a great breakthrough in this subspecialty, the conference which is going on, the international event, and the speakers, I think from all of the world you have involved. As far as College of Physician and Surgeon Pakistan is concerned, I think most of you are the fellows and they know. The college was established by the Act of Parliament in 1962, and by the grace of Allah Almighty, the currently college has contributed to this country over 40,000 specialists and 4,500 plus supervisors they are there. And 33,000 plus trainee, they are in the structured training program. As far as the cardiology is concerned, currently we are having 1,317 fellows in the cardiology. And I think some of them, they are also now the supervisor of interventional cardiology. And we have now the second fellowship program. And I think around 10 students, they have already qualified the fellowship program in interventional cardiology. And the current status of cardiology itself is, we are having 780 training, and they are getting training in 53 different institutions under 151 supervisor. But as far as your specialty is concerned, the number of training now, I think they are the good number of training, 203, and the supervisor, they are 37, and they are getting training in around 13 institutions. Now the challenges which the college has been facing and is facing. Initially, the world is facing the challenge about the medical education and the training that include the model of training and medical education. In the past, we had the apprenticeship model, then product and process based, and current model all over the world is competency based medical education and outcome or the outcome based medical education. And we have been facing the challenges in implementation of this competency based medical education that related to the induction. In the past, it was haphazard. Now it is January and July. Then we had the challenge of accreditation. College implemented the policy of accreditation, but that still need to be strengthened. Then we had the challenge of the curriculum, monitoring, and evaluation. Now, after this election on 18th March, we have already constituted the main faculty, and inshallah, I think next month we are going to formulate the faculty of medical and allied subspecialty and surgical allied subspecialty, including the cardiology and the interventional cardiology. The main faculty discussed these challenges and they made short-term and long-term planning. The short-term planning that includes introduction of some innovative technique, especially in evaluation, because currently we all feel there's issue of the standardization of the training, there is issue of the variation of the training, there is issue of the ratio of trainee and the trainer. You have got good number of the trainee, but the trainer, they don't match the standard of CPSP. So college has now decided to introduce on the short-term basis in 2023 workplace-based assessment. That is one. And second, we are going to issue the certificate of good academic standing. The supervisor who are involved in the training process, they will be given the credit R, and they will be, I think they will be appointed as the faculty member, examiner, and the foreign examiners. Similarly, on the long-term basis, we are going to revamp the curriculum of all the specialty, including the strengthening of the MCQ bank. And I am sure the people, I think the expert like you sitting in this hall, I think with your help, will be able to overcome these challenges. May it be the issue of the quality of training, or may it be the issue of evaluation. I think this is just the dinner time. I don't want to take long. Very grateful to Professor Zubair, Nadeem Rizvi Saab, General Azhar, everybody is sitting in this hall. And lastly, I think in the start, we started with the Tilawat Quran Pak, and very nicely mentioned on this stage. जो दो बातें की गई, क्योंकि इस वक्त सारे उर्दू समझने वाले हैं, शुरू में बात की गई दुनिया और आखरत की, और दुनियावी ज़िंदगी 60-70 साल की ख़त्म, और आखरत की ज़िंदगी ना ख़त्म होने वाली लामुतनाही, और आखरत की इन्वेस्टमेंट करने के लिए अल्लाह ने अब वक़्त दिया है. एंड द बेस्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट, दे आर योर पेशेंट. अगर किसी दुखी इंसानियत के हाथ उठ गए, दुआ आसमान पे चली गई, दुनिया भी बन गई, आखरत भी बन गई. और इसी तिलावत में उन्होंने बात की अल्लाह बिज़िक्रिल्लाह तत्मइन्नुल क़ुलूब, दिलों का तज़किरा हो रहा, दिलों की बीमारियों का तज़किरा हो रहा. तो दिलों की बीमारियों के इलाज के बारे में आपने काफ़ी रेमेडीज़ का तज़किरा किया. तो एक तज़किरा जो स्टेज से किया गया उसको भी ज़रूर आजमाइए है, वो है अल्लाह पाक का ज़िक्र. बहुत शुक्रिया मुझे इनवाइट करने का. एंड एज फार एज कॉलेज इज़ कंसर्न, वी आर ऑन योर डिस्पोजल. Inshallah, with your consultation, we are going to constitute the faculties of interventional cardiology and the cardiology. I think whatever your opinion will be, college will go accordingly, and we believe in the consultation. You all are senior. College is not the president, is not the council member. You all are the college, all fellow, all supervisor. You people are the college, and inshallah, with your consultation, we will go ahead. Thank you, Professor Zubair, and thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much, sir. We are really grateful for you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here with us today. Next, I'd like to invite Professor Tahir Saghir, our General Secretary, PSIC, and Course Director, Pakistan Life, for a vote of thanks. Please welcome Professor Tahir Saghir.
Thank you very much. I thank Professor Gondal, Colonel Mujib, and all the council members for gracing this occasion. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. As a gesture of goodwill, I would like to thank all of our foreign faculty that have come to Pakistan, Professor Chen, Professor Godkin coming tonight, and Dr. Salman Arai, and also the colleagues accompanying the Professor Chen and the Salman Arai. I would also like to thank the course directors and the Arsalan, along with Professor Bilal, for taking care of our live cases from PIC, and also Professor Noman Nasir for taking care of live cases from Bahria. Along with these, I would also like to thank our industry colleagues. That includes the Medtronic, the HiQ. These are our partners in our conference. Microport, ACP, Wilson, Ferosons, Boston Scientific, Farmevo, Getz, Tebros, ICI, Otsuka, Etho, Varick, B. Braun, Biotronic, and Brosmed. In the end, I would like to thank our media colleague, that is the Orbit, that has taken care of all our audiovisual and live transmission from local and international also. In the end, I would like to thank those who I missed. Please don't mind. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. So with this, we conclude our session. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience. Thank you so much for your time. Grateful to all our council members, our guests, our prestigious chief guest and guest of honor. There is dinner served for everyone. Please help yourselves, and a very good night. Thank you so much.